Okay, right, we're looking at numerical reasoning, short test 9, first past the post. Right. Okay, question number 1. The pie chart below shows the favorite color of 720 children. How many children said red was their favorite color? Now, 720 children are in a pie chart. That pie chart is represented by how many degrees? 360 degrees. That's 720 children. So we need to work out what each degree is worth on the pie chart, first of all. So 360 degrees. Let's go down to 1 degrees. Okay, Jose, quiet please. Right, Muniba, how do we get from 360 down to 1? What do we do? We by 360. 360 divided by itself gives you 1. If you divide the right hand side by 360, we have to divide the left hand side by 360. Oops, let's put a dot. So 720 divided by 360 is equal to 2. So each degree is worth how many students? 2. So it says how many preferred red? Red was how many degrees? 130 degrees. We times it by the 2 as the multiplier. So that gives us an answer of 260 children. Okay, done. Question part B. How many more children prefer the color red than green? So green is 45 degrees. So let's have a look. So what do we do now? Harun, what do we do with 45 degrees? 45 times by 2. That gives us 90. So we have 90 children in the green here. And how many children do we have in the red we just said earlier? 260. And the question is asking us how many more. So we need to do 260 minus the 90. And that will give us an answer of 170. Okay, excellent. Question part C. What is the ratio of the children who preferred blue to green? Now blue is going to be how many degrees? 50. So 50, we multiply that by 2. So that gives us how many children? How many children does that give us? 100? 100 children for blue. And we've got to compare a ratio of blue to green. Green was 90. So we got blue is going to be 100. Ratio 90. So that's going to be blue. Ratio green. So that's 100 to 90. Okay, right. So we're going to simplify this ratio. How can we simplify this ratio? Let's have Uzma. How do we simplify it? We divide both sides by 10.
Yeah.
So that gives us a final ratio of 10 to 9. A ratio of 10 to 9. Okay, done. That's going to be part C. Okay, part D. Mark the letter for the color that 1/8 of the children said was their favorite. So 720 children altogether. So we've got to work out 1/8 of 720 is one way of looking at it. Or we work out which is 1/8 of 360, isn't it? So what's 1/8 of 360? How do we work out 1/8 of 360? So 360, we divide that by 8. So let's work that out. So 8 into 3 is nothing, remainder 3. 8 into 36 is 4, remainder
2.
8 times by 4 is
4.
32.
Yeah, 4.
So remainder is 4. So 8 goes into 40 how many times? 5. So if you're looking for which one is got an angle of 45 degrees, which is, you can see quite clearly it is D. So for question 1D, the answer is D. Question 1D, the answer is D. Okay, can't you see the answer is D? Okay, question E, I need to clear some of this page, it's getting too much. Well, let's see if we can fit it in, we'll try our best. Okay, question 1E, squeeze in here. Question 1E, if 15% of all the children selected hockey as their favorite sport, how many children is this? 15% of all the children selected hockey. So we got to work out now. Okay, let's make some space, folks. This is just way too much information here. So, okay, let's just do 1E here. So they're saying 15% of what? How many children? 720 children preferred hockey. Sorry, not 15, 15% of. Okay, now how do we work out 15%? What is the, I don't want the answer. I want to know somebody give me the technique for working out 15%. What do we work out first? First of all, how do we work out? 10%. So 10% of 720 divided by 10, that gives you 72. Okay, quiet now. Okay, now Iman, I need another 5%. How do we get to 5% once we know 10%? What do we do? You halve it. Half of 10% is 5%. And half of 72 is 36. So we need 15%, so we have to add the 10 and the 5. So 72 and 36, that gives you 8. So that gives you how much? 108. And 108 is the answer to question 1E. 15% of all the children selected hockey. How many is this? So we've just worked out 15% of 720. And that is the end of question number 1. Okay, question number 2. Which shape has more than 4 lines of symmetry? Question number 2A. The one that has more than 4 lines of symmetry is going to be a regular pentagon, which is shape A. So that's A. Question B. What is the order of rotational symmetry of shape D? Now D is, this is called a equilateral triangle. So it'll have as many rotational symmetries as the lines of, as equal sides. So it will be 3. Yeah, for D is 3. Yeah. Okay, good. Question 1C, I'm going to read it to you. Which two shapes have an equal number of lines of symmetry? So which one is it? B and C. So B has a line of symmetry here. Whoops. Whoa. Whoa. And that one's there. There should be a straight line, folks. Okay. Yeah, okay, right. Okay, alright. Alright, here we go. So we should have a straight line here. Roughly there. That's it. And a straight line there. So it's going to be B and C. So question, which one are we on? Question 2C. Is going to be B and C. Okay. Question 2D. What is the size? Okay. What is the size of an interior angle in shape A? Now. Okay. So question 2D. One way to work out the inside angle of a regular polygon is to work out the outside one and then minus 180 minus that angle. So, how many sides do we have? 5. So 360, if you divide it by 5, that will give us what? 72. 72 actually here, in this question here, if I try to be accurate here, is this angle here, that's called exterior angle. We just worked that one now. That is 72. So now we can easily work out the inside one, which will be 180 minus 72, okay, which will give you 108. That was and 2 part E. Last but not least, if we have an equilateral triangle, we've got to work out angle X. So we have 180. So this is question 2E. We have to divide it by 3 equal angles. So 180 divided by 3 gives us 60 degrees. Okay, that's the end of that question. Okay, question number 3. On a particular day, the temperature is recorded as shown on the diagram below. What is the value of A? Now this is 0. That's 5 and 10. So you go, each little line represents 1. So if you go down, 0 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4. Minus 4. 4.0 degrees. Okay? Okay, if the temperature increases by 7.6 degrees, what is the new temperature? So we start off with minus 4. And then we increase it by 7.6. So 7.6, okay, and we have to minus the 4 from it. That will give us a nice and easy answer of 3.6. Excellent, lovely. Okay, part C. What is the mean minimum temperature across the week? Here's the temperatures. We have to work at the mean. Right, somebody define for me the word mean. Let's have somebody different design. Muniba. Excellent, well done. So we can add up all the numbers and divide it by how many they are. So here's the numbers. So this number, add that 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 one, and then we're going to divide it by how many days there were in that particular week. So what's the, we're going to divide it by? How many numbers we have?
1, 2, 3, 7.
7. So that will give you the mean. We check. Okay, so we've got to work out for that part is the mean and minimum temperature. So the mean is equal to this. Okay, right, let's add all this up. Okay, right. 8 add nothing is 8. 8 take away 6 is 2. 2 take away 5 is minus 3. Minus 3 minus another 3 is minus 6. Add minus 1 gives you minus 7. And then we divide it by 7. And the answer will give us an answer of minus 1. Okay, that's the answer we just done now is the answer C. So here's A, B, this is answer C. Now question D, I'm going to read it to you. What is the range of temperatures for the week? Right, I want to put a hand up please for question D. Can somebody define for me range? Okay, Harun, what's range?
So basically the difference between the highest and the lowest.
So the largest value minus the
Lowest value.
smallest value. Okay, right, so the range, what is the largest value?
8.
8. And then we have to minus the smallest value. What is the smallest value?
Minus 5. Minus 6.
Minus 6.
No.
Now, so we got 8 minus 6. Now, what happens when you have two minuses next to each other?
It becomes a large.
It becomes a plus. That's the rule for when you do two minuses. So 8 add 6, then will give us an answer of
14.
14 degrees centigrade is the difference, is the range, sorry. Okay, that's question 4, part D done. So 3D done, sorry. Question E, what is the difference between the median and the modal temperatures for the week? So, let's have a look. So we're looking at question E. We're talking about median. Do we just work at the median before? At any point, no? Do you work at the mode anytime? No. Okay, let's work at these values. What is the mode first of all? So the mode is the value which is the most common value, which is?
0.
So we can write down here quite comfortably, easily. So the modal value is equal to 0. Now we have to work out the median value. Okay, now not Harun, this one, somebody else. Okay, right. Okay, right. So we got to work at the median. To work at the median, what do we have to do first of all? Let's have, okay, Iman.
Put them in order of size.
And then work at the middle value. Excellent. So median is the middle value after you put them in order of size. So let's order these numbers here. Which numbers are we going to order? Let's highlight them. So these numbers here, we have to put them in order of size. So let's put them in order of size now. Okay, no, not green. Let's go for blue. Okay, so what's our first number? The first number is 0, and then 0. So that one's done. And then the next one number is minus 1. Okay, small. Hang on 1 second, folks. Okay, just quick correction, folks. We don't start with 0. We gotta start with the smallest number. So the smallest number, as spotted by Iman, is not 0. It's gonna be the minus numbers. So we're gonna start off with minus 6, and then minus
5.
and then
Minus 3.
and then
0.
minus 1, and then
0.
and then 0, and then
0.
again, and then
8.
excellent. So now we can find the middle value. So we got 7 values. The middle value should be the 4th value. So the middle value should give us an answer of
Minus 1. So like
minus 1. Okay, and that is the answer for question E. Question 3E. So we said hang on a second. I don't think we finished yet. Hang on 1 second. So the median is equal to minus 1. Is that right?
Yeah.
And the question said for 3E, what is the difference? So the difference is the largest value minus the smallest value. What's the largest value? 0. Okay. And we have to minus the smallest value. Okay. So we are on question 3E. So 0 minus the minus 1. And as we said earlier, when you have two minuses together, they become a plus. So the difference between 0 and minus 1 is going to be 0 take away minus 1, which gives us an answer of 1. So question 3E is 1. That's lovely. End of that question. Okay, question number 4. Below is a random selection of numbered cards. What is the probability of choosing a card that is a cube number? So first of all, we have to think about what the cube numbers are. The first cube number is 1 times by 1 times by 1, which is 1. And the second cube number is 2 times by 2 times by 2, which is 8. And the third cube number is 3 times by 3 times by 3, which is 27. So far, from the selection, we have 3 possible, what we call cube numbers. And the total number of cards is 8. So the 8 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 8 is the answer. Next question. What is the probability of choosing, what's the probability of choosing a card that is a triangular number? So let's now clear this from here. Okay, right. You have to think about triangular numbers now. Right, let's write them down first of all. So the first triangular number is 1, and then we add 2, we get 3, then we add 4. Okay, so 1, add 2, then add 3, that's 6, then we add 4, that's 10, and then we add 5, that's 15, and then we add 6, that's 21. Them are the first so many triangular numbers. So what is the probability of choosing a card that is a triangular number? So let's get a highlighted out. So we have 1 is one of them. What else? 3 and 6, that's it. So it's going to be 3 out of 8 again for this one. So again, that's going to be 3 out of 8. That can be quickly put over here. Okay, question C, I'm going to read it out to you. 4 cards are selected to make the number 6918. What is the value of the 9? So if you have 6918 units, tens, the 9 has a value of what? 900. Okay, that's the value of it. So question C will be 903. Okay, I'll read question D to you. In its simplest form, what is the ratio of even to odd numbers? Okay, let's have one of the girls this time. Even and odd. Okay, girls, let's get rid of this. Okay, let's do the even numbers in one color. Okay, even numbers we'll do in yellow. Even numbers are, where's even numbers, folks? 6? 8. Any more even numbers? No. So you have 2 even numbers. Okay. Let's change black to black. So you have 2 even numbers. And how many odd numbers we have here? How many odd?
6.
6. We need to simplify this down. So divide them both by 2. To cancel it down. So that gives you an answer of a ratio of 1 to 3. And that is the answer for D. Okay, this is the answer for D. Okay, let's write down D. Okay, I've lost my pen. That's D. 1 to 3. Done. E. How many of the cards are prime numbers? Okay. Boys, keep it quiet, please. Right, let's get rid of these numbers here. Okay, prime numbers. Let's choose a different color, turquoise. Right, what are the prime numbers first of all? Prime number is not 1. Prime number starts with. Okay, let's just quickly write them down. Okay, let's get a what about the triangular numbers? Let's write down the couple of first prime numbers. First prime number, Muniba, is 2. Then 3, and then 5, and then
7,
and then
9.
9 is not prime number.
7.
Is 11. Okay, and then we have like 13 and so on. The question says here, how many of the cards are prime numbers? So how many can we see, folks? Okay, alright.
3.
Well, we can see 2's not here, 3's here, 7's here, and 11. 27 is not a prime number because it divides by 1, 3, 9, 27, so it has too many factors. So the answer for question 4E, so question 4E, the answer is, what do you say?
3.
The number of prime numbers is 3. That's done. Okay, lovely. And that's the end of question number 4. Right, question number 5. Sophie is looking at time differences of different cities relative to London. Okay, what Sophie is looking at time differences of different cities relative to London. Destination and how many hours difference. What time is in London when it is 9 o'clock in Los Angeles? Okay. So London, Los Angeles. 9 a.m. in Los Angeles. So Los Angeles is 8 hours behind London. Okay. So if Los Angeles is 8 hours behind London, that means London is 8 hours
In front.
in front. So 9 o'clock in the morning. We've got to add 8 hours onto that. Okay. So for question 5A, we're going to do 9 o'clock in the morning plus 8. Okay. Is it plus 8, yeah? Okay. A second. Go on. Okay. So let's do this now. Calculation. You've got 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. add 8 hours. 9 add 3 hours first of all will take us to 12 noon. And then we add the remaining 5 hours. And that will take us towards 5 p.m. for the moment. Because we're working 12-hour clocks. Now we can convert the answer into 24-hour clock. From 5 p.m. to 24-hour clock, we got to add how many hours? 12 hours. So that gives us an answer of 1700 hours. That's the time in the evening. Okay, part B. If Sophie departs from London at 8:50 p.m. and takes 1 hour to travel to Brussels, what time is it in Brussels when Sophie lands? So 8:50 she leaves London. It takes her 1 hour to travel to Brussels. So she should be arriving in Brussels. What time would be in London? London time would be what time?
9:50.
9:50. And Brussels is 1 hour ahead. So 9:50 add another 1 hour onto it will give us an answer of 10:50. So part B will be 10:50 in terms of PM. Okay, and they want the answer in PM. Okay, that's done. For B is 10:50 PM. Okay, we happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Let's clear that. I'll read out your question. C. Convert the answer in part B into 24-hour format. So what was the answer for part B? Part B answer was 10:50. Okay, let's have a look. 10:50 PM. Right, to convert that to 24-hour clock, what do? We add another 12 hours to the PM time, yeah? So that gives you what? 22:50. 22:50 is the answer for which question? C. If you can see, the answer is 22:50. Question D, I'm going to read it to you. If the time in Boston is 4:23 a.m., when it is 9:23 a.m. in London, how many hours behind London is Boston? So let's have a look. So let's change color here. Let's have 4:23 in the morning. Okay, and that's going to be 9:23. Okay, so can anybody say straight away what the answer is? From here to here, how many hours is it? 5 hours. So the question was how many hours behind? So this here is 5 hours behind that. So if you go that way, so 9:25 minus 5 hours will give you this. So the answer for 5 part D right over here, 5 part D, it is 5 hours behind. 5 hours is the answer. Okay, part E now. 5 part E. Sophie, who's 12 years old, travels to Brussels with her mother and father. Flights cost $2.50 for adults and $1.99 for children. What is the total cost of their tickets? So how many adults do we have?
2.
How many children do we have?
1.
Okay, let's do the calculation for that. Okay. Now, so we said the adult price was $2.50. So we have how many adults? 2 of them. So 250 times by 2 will give us 500. That's the adult price. Adults. Put A there. Now, how many children are going?
1.
Just Sophie. So Sophie is going and her ticket price is 199. So 199 times by 199 is, sorry, times by 1 is 199. That's the child price. That's adult and that's child. And the question goes, what is the total cost? We've got to add them up. So we have 500 add 199. That gives us a total of
699.
And that is the answer for question 5E. It doesn't go here, it goes on 5E on the bottom. And that's the end of the question.